Two things. First one is, if you look at the people who were cancelled, were they cancelled by mostly males or females?
Yeah.
Most of the time they were cancelled by females. And you come back to it. The second one is, most of the people who were cancelled, are they themselves males or females?
You've just stepped into An Empty Street, a podcast where we casually engage in difficult conversations about relationships, wealth, and health. We are just three curious gentlemen who ask questions almost about everything, and our aim is to find answers from others and within ourselves. We sit down every week to explore unaltered conversations. So let's walk the talk together, and welcome to the Empty Street podcast.
In 3,
2,
1.
we're rolling. Welcome to the Empty Street podcast
We're live.
We back again.
with another one, man.
Another Tuesday,
Another week.
another day.
That's the welcoming.
Yeah, it's so welcome.
But yeah, if you've been following us,
know.
we appreciate you, and I hope that red button there has turned gray.
Yeah.
You've subscribed, and then whenever we release an episode, you are being notified. And if you are not, come on, you're a special walker. You can just click the bell icon there
And walk with us.
and walk with
With
us
us.
each and every single
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah, man.
And also, click that thumb there.
Yeah,
Like button.
just for the
like
algorithm.
button,
If you like the episode, you just
Click the like button.
click the like button.
Yeah.
I mean, today we come live from outside of 012.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah.
straight from Senton
Yeah.
City.
Johannesburg.
Yeah, Johannesburg.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know. Do you wanna?
Yeah. So what brings us here, Vandaag, is what I've noticed from a lot what has been happening with social media, the cancel culture, the censorship. It seems like people no longer have the freedom of speech anymore, because you have to
What you say?
watch what you're saying, you know. Like if you have some opinions, you have
can't
to
be opinionated.
Yeah, you can be opinionated. You can be opinionated, but to a certain extent, and be considerate that, or be calculative. Is my opinion gonna rub some people off? Is my opinion acceptable in the society?
Yeah.
Because it seems like whenever you come with something that's not aligning with the societal standards or expectations, it's like we have to outline you on the side when you're no longer part of us,
Society,
manje.
yeah.
And
Bandana, before
so for me,
we
it's
are
like,
fair.
what does
Content before
this,
you go like
yeah
le yuthi maba ilo mayithi we have a freedom of speech. Did it say we have a freedom of speech to this certain extent, or it said a freedom of speech?
to like try and answer what you're saying. We once had a debate that at the time we were talking about
Yeah.
cancel culture.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I brought up the thing with you, was this now something that this law, was it created before or after the internet?
Yeah.
Well, so I think that should answer your question.
the
Like,
internet playing a
huge
huge role.
Like after the internet was born, Y2K and all of that,
Yeah.
that law was never amended, you know. And when it started off, things were not so sensitive, you know. People still lived the same way they lived offline, online.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why things like Twitter were that big at that time.
Yeah.
You know, Twitter's still big now, but with censorship. You know, even social platforms like YouTube, if there's some explicit content, they shut your channel down or whatever. On Instagram, same thing. Report this if it's abuse or whatever. Report this channel. Report this blog. Report this post. Those kind of things only came like as time went on and more people became sensitive.
So they were trying to protect the users.
Yeah, and that I don't know if that's because now more people had access to say things about you or to just make general comments. You know, more people had access to seeing those comments as compared to when if I say something offensive now, only you two will hear it, right?
Yeah.
And then if you two are fine with it, then that means it's okay. But
Yeah.
now if I'm standing in front of a huge crowd, I'm on Facebook and I say the same sentiment, but I say it on Facebook, now my reach is
It's why.
Yeah. It's a
widen.
global reach.
Yeah, it's widened across Vele, like seas even. You know, and
Yeah.
then someone catches wind of it. I usually nah, this is offensive to me. And then now what do? They either report it to the social platform or they just attack you with how can you say this? Why are you not being sensitive? Why are you not being thoughtful about people that are affected by what you say or stuff like that?
But no, what's tricky with social media right now is that even if you for instance, this freedom of speech, everyone has a right to freedom of speech.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't pose threats or intimidate other people
Insult.
or insult other people.
Was that a written
and abuse other people, you see? But now
Which is cyberbullying.
yeah. But now when you look at it with social media is that I can simply just disagree with your opinions
And move on.
and no, I can simply just disagree with your opinions. Ali disagrees with your opinions. Someone else disagrees with your opinions because your opinions are not what we've been taught.
Yeah.
And then what's gonna happen is obviously the algorithm can notice your
My
opinions
opinions,
and be able to cancel you. You are getting cancelled based off people reporting reporting your account
content,
that it has some harmful
Offensive content.
or harmful content, young tall. But not because that you are really
Offensive. Yeah.
but just because they don't
Triggered
agree
someone,
with you.
yeah.
So that's another thing that I think is just crazy out here because if you look at this guy, Tate, his topics are controversial. Like
most of the
the
time,
things
yeah.
he's
He
talking
says-
about are controversial and are rubbing some people's skins off
Yeah.
in a very bad way, young Todd. So when you look at it, Manja, he's cancelled and he doesn't have Twitter, he doesn't have Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. And when you listen to like his full interviews on YouTube, you hear what he's saying. But just because his clips have been snipped, those extreme things that he's been
says.
saying,
That's
now
what gets crossed around.
now that's and then people disagree with that and they are like, this person is not good for our generation.
They think that's
this
all
good person
that's
is
what he's all about.
yeah, exactly. So it's based on what they feel and then they report his accounts and then he's just off grid right now. So where does the right to freedom of speech go to? Like, to what extent, basically? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So even with what happened with our Makchi, Podcast and Chill, when they seem not to understand some things about the LGBTQI plus community, it's people who reported those accounts. It's people who reported their accounts.
Yeah.
It's people who sent emails or who sent inboxes to their sponsors to say, Uguti, these guys are promoting this type of
Content.
harmful content to this certain group. So you get to see, Uguti, basically the freedom of speech right now is only allowed when you don't hurt people's feelings. That's how I can put it. If you are really not posing any threats, but just because your opinion is different.
Marandana, yawena kule ukhuluma yabo Mekchi. Remember bakhuluma ngama these city girls.
Yeah.
Right. So they were talking about them, Uti. Most of them, they live their life by finding a rich guy. Then they'll be like in the front face they are doing this certain job.
Yeah.
Then for you, you will like, okay, these people that are working hard. The young lady, your own sister, will be like, oh, I wish I can be that. Right? Then they know what maybe she's a DJ, she's an actor.
Or the it girls.
Yes, the it girls. Yes,
Yeah.
the it girls. So they think that, right? So the only thing that you are saying is that they have someone behind
Who's financing the lifestyle.
Yes, they should own up to that. So same thing as I show even Jingo Zoto about that one. We shall straight to vele yena wenza. Bangithola honest ngayo. Ukuthi at least if they live, they should live an honest
life. Yeah.
Bangithola, not try good by influence the young generation with lies. Bangithola. So into kanjalo. So at the end of the day, the only thing that was portrayed is like he hates women.
He's a misogynist.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what was said. Bangithola. So ekugcineni iphinde ibuya lapho ukuthi as much as singasho ukuthi we should blame society the way isikhulise ngakhona, because into kanje ayiveli nje ivela seyivela.
Yeah.
Ukhumbule ukuthi freedom of speech ne freedom, we fought for that. Now it was given to us.
Yeah.
Right? Then now sesinayo, then uyabona ukuthi the way sesinayo ngakhona, then we are given indlela futhi yokuphila. This is how we live. This is what you should say to another person so that they can feel better, they can feel human enough, right? Then now bese uyavela wena uSK, then uzosho something ebheke eceleni.
Yeah.
Back then the way bekwenzeka ngakhona, umuntu ozokhona ukuthi akhuluma izinto which bezingekho right to abantwana or to your age group bekenziwa uyathatha ufaka imvubu.
Yeah.
Because you're not allowed to say this, right?
Sure.
So abantu abadala mabafika, because lento lezo hetha ama feelings walabo umuntu umtshelile, right?
Yeah.
Then uyathatha ufaka imvubu because wena into yenzayo awukhona ukuphila nabanye abantwana.
Yeah.
And uzokhona ukuphila nabanye abantwana mele niphile ngalendlela enikhombiswe ngayo. Then if now wena uphuma esayidini, then awukho good to your own generation or to abantu odlala nabo, right? Then from there khala imvubu. Then now that's when internet seyangena. Then mase ingena, that's where sifike introduce khona zonke lezi zinto lezo zokuthi now if umuntu even though ane freedom of speech, but if asho something
Some can say.
yangithola awizwayo ukuthi ayihlaleli kahle, we have a button to say
Some
this thing. Report it. Yangithola.
Report
Then
it,
manje ke then uyakhona ukuthi lo muntu ukhona ukuthi eliminate. And ukhumbule ukuthi ezinye izinto azinto emnandi about weights, ne? Khona lento lebanokuyisho. Usually mina bengiyize church, yabo, but uthi lo maqeda kufundisa ne umfundisi maqeda kufundisa akhuluma everything bese uyasho ukuthi kuningi ngokushilo. Some of the things engishilo maybe ngeke uvumelane nazo, some of the things ezinye engishilo maybe ungavumelana nazo, but ithathe kuzokuspanela enye ukukuspanele uyeke, uyangithola. And ungathi ufuna ukuthi ungiblame ngakho, because ukhumbula ukuthi wena okublame khona ukuthathayo, uyangithola. So izinto ezikanjalo, same thing as asho njengo-Andrew Tate, there are things elomjito ayishilo some of us ezisincedile.
Sure.
Uyangithola. And ezinye izinto ayishilo nathi siphinde same people abakhona ukuthi ubona ukuthi mara la uyangithola. Bese kube nalabo abathi ukuthi uyawa-understand bathi bayabuka just for the fact ukuthi ubatshela into abayiyo, just because we don't want to take accountability. We like fuck him, ayengaza ngitshela indlela engifila ngayo.
Sure.
Uyangithola. Then manje instead victim mindset iba triggered, then uyabuya responda ngani, let's just shut him down. Then
For instance, if you can look at most people who were cancelled, I was thinking the other day.
Yeah.
Two things. First one is, if you look at the people who were cancelled, were they cancelled by mostly males or females?
Yeah.
Most of the time they were cancelled by females. And you come back to it. The second one is, most of the people who were cancelled, are they themselves males or females? Mostly
Males.
it's males. So it means that we are always on the wrong when it comes to females. In the eyes of the females, whenever we say something, it's wrong. So
It's toxic.
we have to always suffer for that.
Yeah.
But is it though? Are we always on the wrong? Is everyone who's been cancelled out there like really wrong?
Bad person.
A bad person, vele.
Bad person.
Because I feel like zonke lezinto, they are conversation stoppers.
Yeah.
If we're gonna have a conversation and then I say something that doesn't align with your own beliefs or your own perspectives,
Opinion,
and then you're gonna call me a misogynist. That labels are usually conversation stoppers.
Yeah.
Because right now you're gonna say you're a misogynist, and then it ends there. The conversation just
Stops.
ends there.
Yeah.
It stops. So what does it say about you now? Does it say about you, Uguti, when you are not willing to have this conversation with me to understand why I think the way that I think, and you also try to make me understand how you think so that I can understand where you are.
Was it
Instead
not
of just
about
stopping the
information sharing?
conversation.
Yes.
Just stopping the conversation. For me, it means that you lack conversation skills. If ever you're gonna use those type of labels, Uguti,
Misogynistic.
you're misogynistic. You're an evil person. You're gonna call me an evil person for doing something or for saying something, and then the conversation just ends there. Let's continue the conversation so that we come into
Understanding
a
each other.
mutual understanding.
But Antwana, lento I think the way is simple ngakhona. I mean, I will take it to a court. A judge, before they can make a decision, they need to listen to the both sides.
Yeah.
Right? You can't just judge one, but you need to listen with low team, right? So same thing as the way I be if now I'm saying this, listen to me without attacking or without thinking with, oh, this person is saying this to me. That's why if you are if you touch, we are and understanding with the so the willing
Sure.
That's one that layer vele like if foundation iqiniso vele alikho mnandi, but then at the end of the day mele uphinde ubuyele emuva khona usho yangithola, then ukhona ukuthi nawo ukhona ukuzibuyisa emuva ukhona ukwenza introspection, then from there you can take whatever you take from there. Then that's why ukhona usibe nani the conversation. That's why today ukhona ukuthi ukhula ngani ngezinto ukuthi eziningi izinto abayishilo ongavumelanga nazo but wakhona ukufunda ngazo. Ilento leyo khona ukuthi nginika ithuba ukuthi ungilalele ukuthi ngibuyaphi. Angisho ukuthi ngi-right. Understand that. Angisho ukuthi ngi-right, but understand where I'm coming from, so that I can understand where you're coming from. From there we can find a common thing that say with, okay, as much as I hate you, but this is what I agree with. So that makes things easier, even from each other. Then even though now finally we are sided with one, but then they was
Understand both sides.
Crazy thing, we feel like no Alice khuluma nentwana encane as educator wena manje and now you're like
I'm listening. Yeah, I'm
and you're not saying anything.
I'm listening. Though. No, like I wanted to say something, but now the thing is, what I have to say, it's basic. It doesn't really connect to what you guys are saying now. But it falls.
It's one is
it falls under the umbrella of hate speech. You're going to like there's countries where they're not allowed to actually use social platforms like Facebook and stuff. You know, because of that fact, which freedom of speech is not allowed. So,
oh shit!
Yeah, it's like not allowed. So you don't have access to your Facebook or whatever. If there's phones that are sold in that country, then there's social media platforms that are not allowed to actually be used
installed in those cell phones. Yeah.
So it just shows the extent at which we take these things, you know. But for those kind of countries, I think it's also political, you know. For them, it's like political.
Those dictatorship type of
it's
countries.
dictator type of countries where there's a dictator and that person, it's that one person that runs everything.
Controls the whole country.
So with countries like that, all countries that are like is it Syria or Liberia or something? Those kind of countries where there's like civil war happening.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And nothing's going well. Like they make sure that even the internet doesn't get flooded with the media. Like too much of the information that's happening inside shouldn't go outside. You understand? But obviously, eventually, it will reach the
of
rest of
course,
the world.
of course,
because
yeah.
there's people that have access.
Yeah.
But what they try to do is they try to keep all of that information in-house so that it doesn't leak
Yeah.
and get out to other countries. And then it's like, oh, fuck, Russia's busy attacking Ukraine or whatever the case is, you know? So those kind of things then are kept in a closed lid.
Hey, what are you saying? Russia attacked Ukraine. Really?
Yeah, it did, bro. It's everywhere. Man. It's everywhere now. They can come.
Nah, but I get you, dog.
Yeah.
I get you. But now it makes me interested, Uguti. Do we really need to have freedom of speech as human beings here? As citizens of a country? Do we need freedom of speech?
I think that's just the title, bro. Because people say what they want in any case.
But I mean, I feel like somehow freedom of speech, as much as it destroy abanye abantu bavusile. Ibhaya abantu abadestroyile, ibhaya abantu abavusile. Just for instance, the way iqale ngakhona freedom of speech. Baningi abanye abantu abashoot ama pictures privately for themselves and asibone ukuthi ngimuhle enough, right? Then but akekho udinga that validation yokuthi abanye abantu bafila kanjani ngaleyo picture.
Sure.
If now by like enough, then validation about more, right? That's still opinion, right? If my umuntu comment saying what you beautiful, that's still opinion. It makes them feel better and more important, more beautiful, right? Now basically I feel omunye one bese switch off. Maybe I notice something A1. Still freedom of speech.
Yeah, wonder from what you're saying, né? If we take it to a global level, it means that freedom of speech, or to a national level, because not every country has a freedom of speech, as you said, to a national level. To those countries, we have freedom of speech. You should have freedom of speech only if it's based on what you've been programmed to think like. That's how I'm viewing it. For instance, there's a lady, it's not even a lady, a kid, a 13-year-old kid. I was watching a TikTok thing this morning or yesterday, I'm not sure. But this 13-year-old girl is like addressing members of the parliament or like members of the...
Is it
UN?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I didn't quite see the full setup because
But
the phone
she's
was
in
like
parliament or
directed in her. Yeah, it's like she's speaking with
Congress.
with people who are short collars.
Okay.
Yeah, one. So she's addressing them about how they are living in the US as a black person.
Yeah.
You guys expect me to have kids and raise my kids here, whereas you guys are accomplices of murder and all those things. She was basically holding them accountable for the killings of black people in their area, and no one is being held accountable
For it.
no one is serving
Justice.
any So I went to the comments there after watching the video, and the first comment was like, raise disrespectful children, raise children who are going to be disrespectful to the elders so that they will be good leaders. And I'm like, what does that really mean? So I'm thinking about it, trying to understand what it means. And I'm like, oh snap. What it means is that going back to our household, whenever uzochela umamako or ubabako or an elder in the household, the actual truth, what are they gonna say?
Uyadelela.
Uyangithola?
Yeah. And
Whereas
they feel
whereas you are just holding them
Pointing them
accountable.
accountable,
Uyangithola? And they know what is the truth. But the fact that it's coming from a young person,
They don't want to hear
and
it.
then it's just disrespect. Though maybe they can at the later stage they reflect back and be like, mara, that kid was right, and then change their behavior or change whatever they were being called out for. But the fact that it's coming from a young kid, it's just something else.
Dismissed.
So I think that's where it comes from, that comment which said, raise disrespectful children so that you can have good leaders.
You know, when you,
Because it's people who are going to say the truth. Because that's how disrespect is perceived.
Yeah.
Ukuthi, you are actually telling the truth. And most times, if you look at it, if ngiyakutshela ukuthi ama-threads wakho amdaka wena Nceba, you're gonna get offended, or maybe uzothi SK uyangidelela. But I'm telling you the truth. Uyangithola? If ngithi at least intshabi yakhe ifana nekasibuda, uzothi hayi ma SK seyangidelela. But it's the truth. Uyangithola? So I think that's where it comes from ukuthi when you are disrespectful, that's where you can express your truth freely. Because now there's no barriers ukuthi
You're offending anyone.
Yeah.
And I think when, like, you just pointed out something, like when you're a kid, you're more, like, your thinking is different. You know, you haven't been fully programmed to stay within margins of society. So, yes, you should do things like this, but sometimes you still step out of that margin or that box and do things as an innocent kid would, because when not everything you see it as like one color, you know, and it's not black or white or whatever, you know. So I was watching this other movie, and there's this other scene. So it's a mother and a kid.
What movie is it?
This other, what is it?
So the workers know, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to flip.
I will remember.
Okay, let's go. Maybe if we kumbula, we can put the link in the description.
So it's a Sylvester Stallone movie. It's a recent one, actually. I was surprised with this guy.
He's a superhero.
Samaritan.
Yeah.
That movie's dumb, man. So there's this other part, the mother to the kid. Actually, there's a time when they were about to get evicted. Yeah. So as they're getting evicted, they're standing outside. The kid walks into the passage and then sees the landlord talking to the mother. And then the landlord is busy telling the mother to die. Like, it's time, man. Like, we've given them enough time and whatever. And the kid has just hustled some money.
Yeah.
So as he comes, there's commotion and stuff. Hands the mother the money. He's like, nah, take this money.
The kid?
Yeah, the kid's like, you take this money. I only veli ngabuzi. Thatha imali, agayele landlord. But okay, you saved vele ba. Yeah, it's grand. But unlock umnyango. Angene vele. So now as he's sitting down, now the mother comes back. Comes to the kids like, so, Angela, where did you get this money? And now the kid responds, why didn't you ask me when you were taking the money? And then now the mother, since now she's offended by the kid's response, she's like, but you must remember that I am still your mother. So she's instilling that authority.
But it's the truth now.
It's the truth.
It's the truth now. You were in a desperate moment right there.
Why
you didn't ask any questions.
Because it's all a lot of money. The kid didn't, the mother didn't think of, you know what, let me ask before taking the money.
So basically she put aside morals.
Yes, in that moment. But now she wants to go back to the morals and
be
ask,
moral again.
Now find high ground and say, no, but where did you find that money?
Marantwana yazi into interesting ukuthi kuzo zonke izinto esishilo ne. You know ukuthi mangicheck kahle kahle into eyi1 ukuthi esibokhulume ngelo upbringing ne. Ekuyisikhulise ngakhona. Ikutshela into eyi1 ukuthi we were not well exposed to the truth.
Yeah.
That's why today.
That's why I was saying Uguti. So there's this box, and when you get born, the society or the people that are surrounding you try so hard to put you inside this box because this box, it's what the people who've been here before you were put inside, and they believe that it's a place to be. That's how it should be. And then when you come with perspectives, or you come with ways to step outside the box a little and get to see things
from a different light,
or just elevate yourself and look at the box and notice some flaws in the box, and then you come back and you're like, look, we were in this box, man, but this box is flawed in this way and this way and this way, and you're gonna fight me for that. The Matrix.
Yeah.
We are in the Matrix. I think the Matrix was not a movie. It was not a science fiction
As
movie. It
documentary.
was a documentary to show us what's happening. When you are plugged into the matrix,
Yeah. No,
when you're plugged into the matrix, you won't see anything. And then Morpheus comes. You choose between the red pill and the blue pill. You take the pill, and then
You get caught in the matrix.
yeah,
Come on.
continue. Then.
so you get to choose between the blue pill and the red pill. The blue pill, you continue with your life, you continue being plugged in the
Plugged in,
matrix.
If you
You take
blue,
the red pill, it's like you see what the matrix is
Awakening
for
yakho,
what it
yeah.
is, and then you decide to choose a different path for yourself, and it's up to you if you can go back and show other people
What's-
some light.
Yeah.
One. So there are agents as well.
Yeah.
Your agent Smiths in the matrix who are protecting the matrix.
Yeah. If
For you not
So
to get
when you try to unplug and try to
escape.
escape so that you
The
can
box.
wake other people up,
Yeah.
Agent Smith is gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
These are sure.
Yeah.
Agent
This is the
Smith
same
will
thing
fuck
that is
you up.
that's happening to even to entertain.
Exactly.
Exactly.
We are one.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate is cancelled right now. He's out of each and
Reach.
every
Platform.
social media platform. Well, except Rumble. I'm gonna plug you if ever you're a fan of Andrew Tate. Rumble. He's on Rumble now.
what is the other one? Is it Twitch or something for gamers?
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm not sure if he's on Patreon though. I'm not sure.
Patreon is
But it's those type of platforms that are a bit private, not mainstream. So your agent Smiths are gonna fight you. So what happened to Andrew Tate is that he stepped out of the matrix and tried to show
Pull others
other
out.
people,
Yeah, good day.
hey, this is the matrix, let's go out.
Try being Morpheus.
Yeah. And then the agents were like, nah, you're not doing that. We're going to take you down. And the agents are each and every single person that reported his accounts.
Yeah.
The
the
agents
agent.
are the short callers, the people who held the meeting and say, hey, this Andrew Tate guy is just
Causing
not
problem.
doing the things.
Problem,
yeah.
Let's call the CEO of Twitter so that he can do something. Let's call the CEO of TikTok
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Facebook
Yeah.
so that we can take him off grid. So those are our agent Smiths. So that's what's happening. We have this prescribed way of doing things,
things,
and
yeah,
everyone
yeah,
should follow it. And once you step out, you're gonna rub people's feelings. So which means you are not allowed to be part of our society. You should be an outcast.
Sure.
And we should cancel you from doing anything that will actually give you a living. Basically, we want you dead. It's just crazy, man.
Yeah.
Maybe we're gonna get cancelled for this episode as
Yeah.
well. Never
But
know.
then
They should try.
But then, as our last weight, one, just giving out our last weight. For me, into engayisho ukuthi there was this question wayibuzwa ukuthi nena ngikhumbula yabuzwa abantu ukuthi let's say ufuna ukuba artist, then ukuba artist it comes with a package. It comes with a package and it comes with responsibilities, right? You know, once you are an artist, there's paparazzi by default, right? So same thing as if now you're saying you don't want the truth, but you're still gonna sink out validation to people, then that means you should take out responsibility, any validation. Don't say I'm just looking for this validation. Any validation that is out there, you should take it.
Sure.
With both hands. If now you're saying you're looking for a validation, once you post a picture, that is no longer yours.
Yeah.
It's
for the
ours.
public. It's for
We
the
can
public.
say anything
Sure about that.
we want, right?
Yeah.
And you should take responsibility for that.
Sure.
Because it was never posted by the people, but it was posted by you.
Sure.
So whatever we say is our own opinion
About you.
about you. But if you're strong enough, you can control that. You only take what was meant to be for you. If now you're saying you were only looking for a positive response, then take those. Those negative ones, just leave them there.
Yeah, because
That was the main purpose for you, right?
It's out there for anyone.
Yes,
to
for
comment
everyone
on.
to comment.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you can just not look at the comments as all.
Yeah,
And
just
all.
hide
There
all
are people who
comments.
don't look
You
at
disable comments.
Yeah, you
though.
can
Either you
disable
disable them
Disable
or
comments.
you don't, because they're gonna. The
Hurt
more
your
the
feelings.
comments, the more the algorithm is gonna see the engagement in your in whatever you posted. So you just don't read the comments. Just leave
Just
people
leave
there
them.
and do whatever they're doing. Don't
But
read
it's
the
hard,
comments.
boy.
If ever you
Yeah,
know.
I think that one is hard. I think it's rather than
It's hard.
disable.
But people do it.
Because it's a drug.
Sol
Kumbo.
Penduga.
It's a drug, boy.
It's internal
It's a
first.
drug, yeah.
Internal first. You have to be like you should. For instance, Sol Penduga knows that he's good at what he's doing. So why would you want to see comments? Obviously, there's gonna be good comments there, and you don't want to miss those good comments because they're gonna
Lighten up your mood.
motivate your drive.
Sure.
Young tall. But ekugcineni, if ever you know Wuti, you are a sensitive person. I don't know which interview or an interview he had with Nkululeko and Culture.
Yeah.
He was like, he switches off the comments because he doesn't even look at the comments because he knows that he's a sensitive person. Young tall.
Yeah, I'm not covered then. I think it's easier that way.
it's
But
easier.
if you're not, and it's like sometimes you get thrown into the limelight like this.
Yeah.
You know, all this newfound fame.
Yeah,
Dwan, just gets thrown in your face. And
You
you don't know
just
how
wanna
to
read
reciprocate.
everything, yeah.
Yeah, Dwan, it's new. When you just to SK no Ali, Dwan, about comment on your post.
Yeah.
Next thing, it's 1 million people.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot to take in.
And obviously, sometimes you have to analyze the comments so that you can do better as a content creator or whatever.
Because you want to be better. But now, as you're analyzing all that content, you want to come across the negatives also.
Yeah.
And with
They
that,
build
then-
you as well. They build
And
you.
obviously, you get a thick skin, but some people then take that as offensive, you know, and
Yeah.
then that's when people start saying no, but this person is saying stuff that posts offensive content or is always just having negative stuff to say, you know, and then it's like, nah, freedom of speech shouldn't be a thing, or nah, let's cancel this person. You know, so yeah, I think those are my last words.
It's your last tweet.
Those are my last words. though. I
Let
don't
me
have
say
any-
my last tweet. Are you done with your last
Yeah,
tweet?
No, I'm done. Yeah.
It's me now.
Yeah,
Hey,
well.
mina ngikhuluma too
You,
much.
Yeah,
you, you,
Kuruma
you,
pa.
you, you,
Kuruma
you,
too
you,
much.
you remember what we said on the before we start?
For me, my last words. Let's keep on.
No.
Young signal, and
Young
not
signal.
Q. Yeah, Q.
Oh, for me, my last words are the podcasting community is growing,
Yeah.
and I think that it's growing because people are so eager to take what's inside them and put it out there. They want to put their truth out there. And it's people who are in the matrix and outside of the matrix, who are inside the box and outside the box. But it seems like we are not allowed enough to say what we want, or there's boundaries where we have to say whatever we want or feel like we want to express out there. And most of those people so happen to be men. That's the crazy thing. But I don't want to get to that conversation
I
because
know.
it's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But people like your Penwell, people like the podcast and chill, people like Andrew Tate, one thing they always receive from their comment sections is, aren't you afraid that you're gonna get killed? So it shows you, Oguti, whenever you try to speak your truth, there are people who are going to try and protect the matrix, your Agent Smiths,
Shut you
and
up.
they are willing to put you down.
Agent Smith. Always remember they are
Watch out for our
Agent
agents.
Smith.
So your
Moral
Agent
of
Smiths,
Zitur.
Yeah.
my last words are coming to you. Try it all you can. We don't die, we multiply.
Yeah.
I won't.
As Ricky said.
There's a Kevin Samuels who died,
Yeah.
but there's a Kevin Samuels
Samuel
who's
just
there.
born. Just been
You're
born
gonna
today.
cancel Andrew Tate,
There's
but there's
another one that's
Sneeko who's
born.
gonna come and take over everything.
Yeah.
So the truth is always gonna be exposed.
And it's gonna
At
come
this
back
lifetime, we can't make any impact. But the 10 people we're gonna have an impact on
yeah.
are the most important people.
Yeah.
'Cause they
And
will
we
spread
do
the
this
word.
each and every single day for them.
Yeah.
Because they are gonna spread this impact. It's actually something that's gonna grow
Yeah. In time.
until each and every one of you agents means
Yeah. Get
there'll
to
be
one,
no more of you.
Until they deplete him.
Yeah. But gents, as we always say,
Take care of yourselves.
take care of each other.
and
take care of your pockets.
This is the Empty Street Podcast, and we signing out.
Cheers.
Yeah, hopefully we don't get cancelled for this one because it was.
That's how we sign off. Had it last. Cheers. There you have it.